Welcome to Biology 101J, Unseen Life on Earth. This video is to give you an idea how the course is set up and hopefully answer some questions that you might have about the course. So I'm your instructor, George Stearns. My email I have listed here. It's typical of what we see at Lane, last name, first initial at lanecc.edu. Since this is an online class, I will not have set office hours. We will do that either by appointment or online. We can do that quite easily. Otherwise, contact me by email. I usually get back to you within 24 hours. The weekend might be an exception. I have a doctorate in food microbiology, which I got from University of Nebraska. I got my master's before that in bacteriology and public health at Washington State University, and before that a bachelor's in microbiology at Texas A&M. So I've been kind of around. I've worked in the biotech field at a company called Amgen for 9 years. That was between earning my master's and starting on my doctorate. And then after I got my doctorate, I worked in the water treatment industry as a microbiologist in Illinois at a company called Nalco. I teach other classes at Lane. I teach Biology 112, which is cell biology. I also teach Biology 234, which is introductory microbiology. This is for the students going into the health occupations. And I have taught at a number of other institutions within Oregon as well. So your role as a student, this is what you're going to need to complete each week. I'm going to have some videos posted in Moodle. Some of them will be videos that I have made, and some of them will be ones that I've gotten off of the internet. I like using ones off the internet because they're animated typically, and I'm not quite at that point where I can animate my own videos. So it's more like a little bit lecture. The videos are all going to be, at least the ones that I make, are all going to be under 15 minutes. And most of the time when I'm looking for videos online, they're short as well. I've provided a study plan for each chapter. Occasionally I will combine a chapter, 2 chapters. You need to look over those, fill them out, and then submit them, so you're getting points for completing those, which are going to help you for studying for the quizzes and the exams. There's going to be readings from your textbook. The videos will often enhance what the material is that you have read. So you might want to read first and then watch the videos to clear up things. There will be various lab activities. Some of them will just be what I call paper labs, where maybe you write a report or you look up some things. But there will be some other labs where you actually do hands-on kind of thing. There are some lab supplies that you will need to pick up. Or if you are not within driving distance of the campus, we can have them shipped to you. If that's the case, you need to send me an email with your address so I can get those sent to you. The labs, study plans, quizzes, everything is going to be posted on Moodle in a fairly organized manner. The biggest issue is going to be time management. You're going to need to complete all of this work each week that's given to you. Some weeks are going to have more material than others. It's just kind of the nature of it. And hopefully you won't have too much trouble with it. The nice thing about having short videos is, let's say you're waiting for the bus, you can pull up one of the videos and watch a 2 or 3 minute video, or maybe 15 minutes, or you're waiting to meet somebody for coffee at a coffee shop. Again, maybe you can watch one of the videos while you're waiting. In addition, like I said, there are going to be quizzes each week. There are a total of 13 of them, and I'm going to drop the lowest one. And if you look on your schedule that I've posted on Moodle, you'll know when they're due. Most of the time, they are going to be due Sunday night by 11:59 p.m. Exams, there's going to be 3 of them. The last one is going to be worth a few more points, but it's not a comprehensive final. It's just an exam over the last set of material. So you don't have to stress about that. All of these will be taken online. They're not proctored, which means you don't have to show up somewhere and have somebody breathing down your neck while you're taking them. But So you can have whatever materials you want with you. You can have your study plans, you can have your book. The only thing is they're going to be timed. So you're going to have to study a little bit and be able to answer some of the questions without actually having the time to look them up. The university or the college recommends that for classes that you spend about 6 to 8 hours per week on this course during the 10-week term. And this is about what you would be doing if you were attending the class on a face-to-face basis. So again, it's critical to keep up with the assignments and videos. If you don't, things can start to get bad, and you may end up taking the wrong path instead of the path to success. You may end up with the path to failure. Hopefully that won't be the case. If you do run into unusual circumstances, by all means email me so that we can make arrangements for you to get caught up. It's always a good idea to log into Moodle several times a week to make sure there aren't any announcements or any changes, that sort of thing. It's just kind of a good practice. I have posted the syllabus and the schedule. Please look over the syllabus. The thing that you're going to need to pay most attention to is how the course is graded, and then with the schedule, when things are due. So my role is to help you understand and learn the course materials, because online classes, you do spend a lot of time on your own reading and watching the videos. Hopefully the videos will help clarify anything in the reading. They may augment it, give you more information than's in the book to help you understand it, or even get a better appreciation of microbiology. As I said, I'm going to try to respond to your email questions within 24 hours, and I'm going to grade as promptly as I can. Life affects me as well, and sometimes it may take me a week, as much as a week, to grade assignment, and I apologize for that. Please don't be impatient. I will get to them. Let's see. The textbook is the Microbial Challenge. This is a new text that we're trying this year. It is coming out with a 4th edition sometime in October. We are using the 3rd edition, and my recommendation is that you get hold of it as inexpensively as possible. Science texts are notoriously expensive. So if you can find it, a hard copy that's not too expensive, a used one, online is fine. I think I informed the bookstore that I would like to have renting ebooks or used books as an option for you. I don't know what they're going to do about that. Hopefully they'll have those available for you. I did mention that there will be some lab supplies that you will pick up. I'd like for you to try to get that by Thursday of the 2nd week of class, because I think on the 3rd week is when you're actually going to start using some of them. You're going to find some agar plates in there, and that's actually a 7-day experiment, and that needs to really be started at the beginning of that week. But that information is going to be conveyed in the course schedule. You can pick up the supplies Monday through Friday. Somebody gets there usually by 7:30. They tend to leave by 3:30 in the afternoon. If you can't make those times, there will be other ways to get hold of it. We will have some in the science office in the first week. The science office stays open late. There's also the Science Resource Center, which stays open till 6 several nights. Probably not the first week, maybe the 2nd week. But that information will end up being posted. And again, I said, if we need to mail it to you, if you live far enough away, we can do that. Of course, you need to be able to access Moodle. It's always best, in my opinion, to have a computer. I recommend using Firefox for the quizzes. In the past, when we've used Internet Explorer, which I think actually now has been replaced by Edge, I don't know if that's going to work well with the drop-down answers that there might be. There's matching questions on the quizzes, and those end up with the drop-down. We've had trouble in the past with it, so I recommend using Firefox. You could try using Safari or something else like that, and if it doesn't work, be sure you let me know so that I can advise other students. Again, you need help, please contact me sooner rather than later, and I'll do what I can to help you with understanding the assignments or questions, that sort of thing. If you have any issues with your computer or Moodle or maybe some other software, my recommendation is to contact the Student Help Desk through the ATC. They're going to be able to help you much more easily than I can, because they have a good idea of what kinds of things go wrong and how to fix them. I know that just by using a computer, something is going to go wrong, but I usually don't know how to fix it. So to get started, I recommend taking a look at the syllabus. That'll probably take you maybe 5 minutes. Get hold of the textbook in whatever means. You do need to complete this first lab, which is a paper lab entitled Introduction and Getting Started. If you don't complete this and turn it in by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, or 11:55, I am required to report you as a no-show, and you will be dropped from the course. This is what we have to do with online courses. When you submit this lab, I ask that you use file formats such as a PDF or a doc or docx, that sort of thing. Please do not use a .pages format, which is from Macs and Apple devices. In the past, Moodle has refused to open those, and I have not been able to open them on my computer either, so I can't grade them. Unfortunately, what I have to do is give you a 0 until you resubmit it. So save yourself some trouble by using one of these other formats, please. Okay, complete the other activities that I have listed under week 1, watching the videos, that sort of thing. I have the Moodle set up in a week format, in a folders. So it's all you're going to see are a bunch of folders. Actually, when you first get started, you may only see a few folders, because this is a revision, major revision of this course, because some material that we used to use is no longer available, and so we're having to come up with essentially a new course. Again, pick up your lab supplies like I mentioned before. Okay, so the readings are listed in the course schedule. It's Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. I've got those videos that I've posted on Moodle. I've also included the time, as I mentioned earlier. Answer the study plan, submit that study plan. There is a separate link, so you'll go to Study Plans, download the Word file there, type in your answers. I ask that you use a different color font when you do that, so it's easier for me to see the answers. And then once you do that, you save it in an acceptable format, and then there's a submission link. Same thing with the lab. Get that completed, and then do your first quiz. Now, you can do the first quiz without doing the lab, but I need both of them done by Sunday night. When you do the quizzes and you submit them, I give you a second chance. So you go back and review it, and you can see if it says not yet graded, that means there's a question that I have to grade by hand. Now, I believe the first quiz, that's not the case. Then you look over here, it will tell you that you might be partially correct. And here it says you got a score of 1 out of 6. That means you missed 5 points worth, and it would be a good idea to go back and try to make a better score on it. I purposely messed this one up just to give you an idea. Again, here this one says you got a half a point out of 1. So something is not right with this answer. Go back and try to find the correct answer. Question 4, something wrong on this one. And that gives you an idea of how to do this. And that's the end of this video. Thank you.